Mr. Lano Roy. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Welcome to Keen Young Minds. And you're the first musician on the show. So, yes, thanks for coming down.
No biggie.
No biggie. Look at you. Just iced out, no biggie. I feel like you're about to go into a song already. Look at that ice. That ice is showing up my ice. It's ice cold. You've changed the weather.
You're really keen into my mind already. Why are you doing this?
You know what? I'm actually very keen to get into your mind. I'm very, very keen. That's what this show is all about. So tell us about yourself. You was telling me about your name. Tell me about your name.
My name basically is Lano Roy, like I said, and my name is being built up in the form of like an acronym, which every letter has its meaning. The L signifies long, admiring, nature, orderly. That's Lano. Then ROY signifies Roy, which is the first three colors of the rainbow: red, orange, and yellow.
Wow.
So my name signifies nature. So my music itself talks about nature, talks about everything that concerns life itself.
Wow.
So,
that is powerful.
Like, for instance, you can just give me, I need you to do something in this nature because of you see someone else going into doing some certain things, and you want me to write a song that will relate to that person's story.
Of course.
So
of course.
I'll be easy to form that. It will be easy for me to form that.
Yeah.
Because my music itself is nature. So everything that concerns nature, I try to build it in my craft in order to pull out good content.
I totally agree that music should reflect nature, and that's what you're doing. You're reflecting nature. So I love that. Tell us, how would you describe your sound? Tell us about that.
My sound basically is the Afro future, the Afro dancehall fusion, which you have the life of. Just look at the Burna Boy sound. It sounds really, really awesome because it could go into the dancehall sometimes, and it could still give you the Fuji, the Fela kind of vibe.
Yes.
My is expressing love in a way, in a really calm way and clear, with the dancehall vibe, like Buju Banton, Christopher Martins, just like the mixture of Christopher Martins and Buju Banton.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. And how did you first get into music? Because you're from Abuja originally, right? Tell us about your life in Abuja. You look like you're from Abuja.
Okay,
you look like you're from Abuja.
Music generally, I grew up listening to my dad majorly. So I started recording very early, even at the age of 9, because my dad has some records like
so
I Am
your dad
Alive
is a
at
musician?
Yeah. He played the acoustic guitar.
Wow.
So then I picked interest. And he always like leave the keyboard with me and let me vibe and let me just freestyle. So I keep freestyling every single day and try to get myself worked up, but I have to exceed some limits, so I had to come over from Abuja to Lagos to hustle and chase my dreams. But it's not been easy though. There's been a whole lot of stories over the years in me pushing myself to a particular level. You understand? So there's a story aspect of my music career apart from where I came from.
So what kind of struggles have you faced? Because you said it's not been easy. Tell us about that struggle. I mean, first, mentally, what was it like for you, to come to a place that you've never grown? You don't know Lagos, you're from Abuja. How was it like settling in here, building relationships? Mentally, did you suffer from loneliness or anything like that? Let's get into this.
Now, I'm going to give you details of myself because you want to key into my mind, and I have to share myself because I have to share my story because my story is also part of the music itself. It's what creates the music.
Yes, of course.
So now,
I'm eager.
I started my career with enrolling for different competitions. Which even in my school days, there are some competitions that I've won basically, and you tend to get all the promises that you will, that they say, okay, this is going to happen now once you get to do this. So I started in that platform. Then I did one of, there was one 2017, I did with the King of Sound, MTN, which I won. So that brought me the first time to Lagos.
Wow.
So I came over and got my prize, and I felt like everything is going to be okay now. I'm going to be like, my music is going to be pushed.
You feel like you made it, right?
Yeah, I feel like everything is going to...
What happened?
Promises and so many stories
yes.
and everything. So I went back to Abuja.
Yeah.
I got some little money from them though.
Okay.
So I tend to invest in business because I like business too, apart from music.
Yeah.
Because I studied business administration.
Okay.
So
okay.
I invested some part of my money and I lost.
Yeah.
And I felt like everything is tarnished. So what will I do? I have no hope. I just sat down and said, okay, how am I going to push myself? Since my business is crashing, I don't have a dime and everything. But unfortunately, I had a call from someone in Lagos and said, can you please come over? Let's try to push up this music thing. And I still remember that the other competition I won, I have some certain amount of money that they said they were going to give me. So I said, okay, that will be my hope. If I come over, anything that happens, I'm going to try to beat means in order for me. So when I came over, all the stories that were being told to me, when I came over, it was not like that. I was left alone. I had no shelter, sleeping in the street.
Oh my God.
Staying out in the cold, no food, no water. But I didn't want to go back home.
Okay, because you knew you was on a mission.
I said I'm not going to go back home.
How did you cope mentally with being alone? How did you cope? Like, what kind of, what kind of thoughts were going through your mind? Tell us about that, because you said you was alone. Loneliness is, what people don't realize is that loneliness is actually a mental illness. Some people, it comes upon them, maybe they've had a bad experience and then they get that feeling of loneliness. For example, when my mother passed away, like for years, I had this feeling of loneliness and I didn't even know what it was, but then until I identified, I realized that the connection from the feeling will come upon me and it would be intense, but it intensified after my mother died. Does that make sense? Where I had a sense of a sort of, when someone close to you goes, you get this sort of like abandonment. Does that make sense? And so, how was it for you mentally being alone? Okay,
I'm still alone because I've not, I've not gone back home since when I left home. So I'm still trying to get myself to a particular point. Now, I believe in God so much. And for me to deal with a mental situation as that, being alone, I prayed for wisdom and I prayed for knowledge. Now, my wisdom is greater than who I am now. Because my wisdom is going to help me further in my future. So I don't look at my present situations. I look about things that is going to happen in the future. And I know I'm definitely going to improve because I keep working and I plan. Mental stress, mental disorder, mental loneliness has nothing to do with me at that point. I was only focused on me getting to where I want to get to. Because I made a decision to myself that when I left home, I said, I'm not going to come back home. I'm going to come break this house and build it back. Now I have that goal. You remember, that's the zeal that took me away from my house. Now, I want to go back in order for me to do those things. So, but during the process of my journey, I prayed for wisdom and knowledge and understanding. So the wisdom said, okay, your failures does not define you at that time. Your downfall does not define you. What defines you is who you're going to be in the nearest future and what is going to happen. Like, I don't care if you're successful. I want you to be successful. I also want myself to be successful. So we can all be successful and have fun. You understand? Because if you're successful and I'm successful, things become easy. We get to a particular place, you want to get something, and I say, oh, let me get it for you. I'll ease your stress. And you can also ease my, you understand? So that situation I was going through at that time, okay, let me even tell you a story at that point. There was a particular building I was sleeping. It's like an uncompleted building. And I always come down, I'll look at the road around 12. Sometimes you see people robbing, some people doing some certain things. But me, I'm just with my bag and one of my awards that I have, that's where I lie down in the ground. Now, I came down one morning and I saw a beggar lying down on the ground. He was injured. And there's like a UBA bank is in Badore, is in Aja. And there's a UBA bank there. Everybody passed him. You count your money, you passed him. And I was up there and I was looking at him. But I was going through even worse because I didn't even have money to buy food for myself and I was ill. So, but someone credit pegged me some certain amount of money at that time. When the money came into my hand, the first thing that came to my mind was how to split what I have so that man can be okay Then I ran down to the bank and I picked up money. That's the day things changed for me.
Wow.
And I gave him, he said, how do you know I was thirsty? How do you know I needed food?
Whew.
Then he gave me, he now held my hand. He said, don't go, who's your dad, who's your mom, where do you came from? I said, I came from Abuja. I couldn't talk to him because I was already down in tears, do you get? But he told me, you're not going to face stress in your life. Things is going to work for you. You're going to be successful.
Wow.
Now, after 1 week, at that same road, I was still down. I came down from that same uncompleted building. I crossed about the road. I want to buy food, and I saw someone with a gallon. And the person connected me to someone who heard my music and gave me money for me to rent a place. I left that place instantly. So even with the face of your mental situations, of things that affect you psychologically, things that affect you psychologically, the major thing is about you doing what's right at that point in time. You could overcome.
Oh my God. Like what you've just said there, I'd say is just, it's so powerful on so many levels. You said giving was the way out of your situation, prayer for wisdom, you know, and of course having a goal. My gosh, I mean, we're here in Lekki. The weather is terrible, but we're coming out to inspire and just, we're really getting into the mind of the entertainer. If you're liking what you're seeing so far, subscribe, you know, like, send this out to a few of your friends, because we really need to understand, as we sometimes, you know, it's good to, you know, it's good to floss and all those things, but sometimes we need to really get to the heart of the matter, to really have foundations to carry us through. And it's Mental Health Week here in Lagos, and it's literally my second week here in Lagos, and I've just been inspired by people like Lano, who have pain, but they were able to continue on their journey, you know. So one thing I want to ask for you about on your journey is, what's next for you? Because you've got this album, right? You've got an EP coming out, Life and Love.
Love and Life.
Yeah, Love and Life.
Already.
Love and Life. It's out already. Tell us a little bit about that, because we've heard about the pain now, we've heard about the struggle. Tell us about what's next for you, like.
Okay, this same EP, Love and Life, is something that is really dear to me, because every content in that EP was created. It was not created for an EP. It was created on different phases of struggle. You understand? You just have an opportunity to get to a studio, and you record a song at that same level of situation that you are in. So in my EP is basically love and life, because I love to love, and I love to be loved, and I like to spread love.
I love that. I love that. so that sounds like a Bob Marley song.
So wow. So my first track in the EP is Mama Yo. It's talking about love generally. The second track is Wahala. It's talking about one brother man kill another brother man just because he became successful. Like, I'm telling you, one brother man killed another man because he's successful. This is a jealous word. So these are major part of my struggle in life, where you see people get to help someone to excel, and the person will look at you like, oh, you're nothing anymore. You understand? Or maybe you see your fellow man, you want him to fail, when you're supposed to pray for him to grow. So I don't pray for you to fail, because I know you have your own struggle. So me, I want myself to excel, so I wish you more blessings. So those are things I'm expressing in my EP. And I have a new song coming out soon. So because the EP was like last year in November, so we're actually preparing to drop a single titled Balance. Very soon it's going to come out. Balance. Okay. So I think I need my balance. I need my balance. Where is your balance? I need my balance, please.
Oh God, balance me now.
Balance me
now. Bring one ice for me now. Bring one ice for me now. Wow. Well, listen, Mr. Lano Roy, it's just been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to have you. You know, tell us where we can find you, your handles.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram, LANOROY_official. You can find me on TikTok, Lano Roy Official, Facebook, Lano Roy. God bless. YouTube too, Lano Roy. Everything is Lano Roy. Just Lano Roy. LANOROY.
I love
Everything
it.
is Lano Roy.
I love it. Taking over. There we have it. The first musician on Keen Young Minds. And listen, if you want to be successful, you have got to have a keen mind. You've got to have a keen mind. You've got to be open. You've got to be open to learn from people that are already doing it. You've got to be open to use whatever you have to go on your journey. So if you've loved what this young, great man has shared, like, subscribe, and get in touch. You can get in touch with myself at Obiona on Instagram, and the links will be down below. Like and subscribe. So thanks for watching and have a great day. Peace to you. You know what it is. It's your boy at Obiona, aka Yona. Handles at Obiona, OBIYONNA. We've just wrapped on a great show, Keen Young Minds. It's going to be incredible. We're starting with the minds and then we're changing the world. So, and you know what? If you enjoyed the show, like and subscribe. It's going to be the beginning of a revolution. So stay tuned for more and reach out. Let's connect, man. Let's get into it.